You know, a long time ago when I was a kid, my mom would purchase things occasionally on Layaway. And a lot of you may know what that is, but some may not know. Back in the day, you could purchase a product from a department store or certain stores, and you wouldn't get it right away, but they would hold it. They would put it in a kind of a holding area, and you could make payments over weeks or months. And when you paid it off, then you would get that purchase. You know, I was thinking about that concept in talking with a client recently. And it was interesting he was talking about these consequences that kind of keep coming up and these pain points for his betrayed spouse. And even though he's in great recovery and doing really well, and they've done a lot of work, and by and large their relationship is doing fairly well, he still gets perplexed and kind of overwhelmed and frustrated even, honestly, about some of these trigger points that his wife has that are caused by things unrelated to them in real time in their relationship, but things external to them. And I remember telling him, I said, look, you know, it's interesting. I even referenced the Layaway plan. You know, you purchased your wife's pain when you made those decisions. You made an unwise investment in what you got versus what it's costing you. And there's going to be payments that need to keep being made because her pain is going to keep showing up. And even though it may be weeks or months or even years at times, and sometimes not even to the same intensity, there's still payments yet to be made because you purchased a product which ultimately is going to actually be paid off over the duration of that relationship. And certainly as they continue to do this great work, he'll be able to show up and make these payments with a conscientious and thoughtful mind and heart towards her. And in that process, she then gets what she needs from him, which is compassion and care, accountability, vulnerability, thoughtfulness. But it is a layaway plan, and one that doesn't necessarily always go away. And you're never quite sure when some of these payments might be due because they come up spontaneously. And whereas a layaway plan that you set up with the department store, you kind of know when it's coming, which is nice. In betrayal, the injuries, you can't calculate when it's going to happen. Neither does your betrayed spouse or loved one. But if we can understand that I made a purchase in the past, and the benefits that I get from paying it off over time is that I get intimacy and connection and safety and trust with and for my wife. But those payments do come and they need to be paid. And if I can understand that it's going to happen, rather than getting surprised by it, I prepare for it, I anticipate it, and I come with a gracious heart saying, wait, I made this investment back in the day, and I committed to making the payments over time, whether I didn't know it at the time that that's what I was doing. I have to accept now that that's what it is. So we make those layaway plans, we got to pay them off over time and indefinitely. But what we purchased back then changes, because in this time, we're getting the safety and the trust and the healing. So be mindful about what you purchase, because it may take a long time to heal it. But in this case, it's worth it.